Hello, everyone. It's your favorite. I am back to podcast. I do not know which episode this will be since I haven't been here in a while. But it is me, your favorite. I am back. I am here. And I hope you enjoy. I'm sorry. I am in a weird space. So I feel so goofy today. And I had caffeine. So because of that caffeine, I am out of sorts. But I am, as the kids would say, maybe they don't say crunk or lit. I'm not going to use their terms again. But I am back to podcast, and I'm glad you're here with me. So, first things first, I am on social media. You can catch me on Facebook and Instagram as Purplegeorgiaknit with the S. On Ravelry, you take off the S. So, enough of that. I am here to show you my finished objects that I have done since I've been gone and my one work in progress. So, it's been a minute since I've made a video, and I'm sorry for that. I think the last video I made is back in September with the disappointment of not going to the Georgia Fiber Fest. So I don't think I made a video since then. I've also missed my second year anniversary of Purplegeorgiaknits, and that was back in October, and another bad thing, so I need to hit my bad girl. But I do plan on doing something for that, which will be later on. And yeah, so I guess I shall get into what I've been into since I've been absent. My first finished object is over here. It is my Fancy Me shawl that I had been working on diligently, and I finally finished. And this is my finished object, and here it is. So this is the finished thing. It's very big. I have yet to wear it because I still have to weave in ends. But this is my Fancy Me shawl. And it goes on. And I can go up some more, but my arms are too short. But pretty much that stitch marker shows you what the last time I were. And I was right there, right before this new stitch that I've never tried before, but I love the way it came out. It looks like that. So it was confusing at first, but I got the hang of it and I finished it. This is my favorite yarn, loops and thread, other than Parons Simply Soft. This is like a lace weight yarn, so it's a light fingering. It's not quite fingering. So I held this double and knitted with it. So yeah, I held the red or the mauve double and then went into the black. So I have yet to wear it because I haven't weaved in ends and blocked. I may not block because I don't usually block acrylic yarns. That's just me, my preference. But I do block my wool stuff that I knit. But that is my Fancy Me shawl. I have finished it. It is off the needles. It is done, and I don't have to knit that anymore. So yay! I finished that. My second thing that I've knitted is actually some socks. And if you remember back in my last video, I had found sock Loom on Wish, and I wanted to try it out. It came in damaged, and I wanted my money back, but I sat and straightened all the pegs back out. Well, I was able to use it. I did knit some worsted weight socks on it the first time to get the hang of doing it, to see, you know, the process and how it turns out, and I fell in love. So I used fingering weight this time, and I actually had a skein of Parons Kroy left over from when I was going to use it for broken seed stitch socks. I didn't like the way it was turning out. It was not planning out for me, and I was not feeling that pattern for that yarn. So I used half of it in my Mistake Macrame shawl, and here's the other half of it. And this is what it came out to with the stitching. It actually, I don't know, it came out like that. So I am pleased with this. I am very pleased with this. I am very happy with the outcome for these being Loom knitted socks, and these are my handmade sock hangers because I'm a frugalist. Um, Figured out there was a pattern online or a way to shape your socks into, your hanger into sock blockers. So this is how I block my socks. After I wash them, I stick them on here and let them, hang them up and let them dry. So you can hang them up in the bathroom, on the shower curtain, or in the closet, or wherever, because you got the nanny dandy hanger to do that with. So that is my second work in progress. I may be moving a little fast because I am short on time, but you all are important to me. I have to, sometimes regroup and get myself back into a good space so I can come back with you all. But my third thing is I've knitted some more socks. Yay! And I have some more. The Diamond Luxury Soxy Lady yarn that I had from when I went up to Yarning for You I went to celebrate my daughter's birthday, and while I was out there, just so happened I found a yarn shop, and Yarning for You was in the area, so I went over there and got this yarn, and I love it. And remember when I was talking about the colorway 21? I found out that 21, the colorway is actually has a name. So the colorway is A Love Supreme. So this is my progress, or my finished object, and the pattern that I used was actually the Knitmore Girls Vanilla Sock. And I love this pattern. I love the way the socks turned out. This is my socks. So I didn't wear the socks because I wanted to show you all before I did, and I held true to that even though it took me a few weeks to make a video. I'm sorry, but now I can wear my socks because I made a video to show you all. So those are my finished objects, and I have one work in progress because after knitting the socks and the Fancy Me shawl, I started to get hand pain again, and this time the hand pain was going down my thumb and right in here. So I still suffer with that. I try to do my exercises and stretches to keep that down, but I don't really have much on the needles. I promised my husband a hat before the cold season is done, so I'm trying to get finished with this. But this is so far the progress on my hat, and I'm to the point to where I will start the crown shaping and the decreases for that. And this pattern is the boyfriend hat. It's called the boyfriend hat. So it's not for my boyfriend, but at one time he was my boyfriend, but my husband hat. And this is my favorite yarn again, excuse me, Loose and Thread Woolike. This is the rest of the black that I had knitted with the Fancy Me shawl. And he liked this a whole lot better than the yarn that I bought, because I don't think this pattern would have made a good hat. And I am using my nifty point protectors. You got to repurpose everything. Okay. Yeah. So that's pretty much what is on the needles, off the needles, what I was doing. And let me talk about something else. So, basically, I was not in a good mental space around September. And I'm slowly coming out of that. Life can get hard, but you got to move on. And I'm trying to do just that. I'm sorry for keeping myself away. And I'm here, and hopefully I can get more content out. There's a few things that I would like to change, and a few things that I wouldn't like to change. But as far as YouTube and you guys, I want to be here for you. And I'm basically losing ideas of what to do for the channel. I know everything is mostly craft-wise, but I'm into a whole lot of other things than just crafts. I would like to delve into some vlogs or vlogs or whatever you call them, as well as some blogging. I still would like to do product reviews as well as reaction videos because I spend a lot of time on YouTube myself. So if you all would like it, or if not, I'm sorry, but I want to be able to expand Purple Georgia. It doesn't even necessarily have to be Purple Georgia Knits. Purple Georgia to me is versatile. So I feel like I have a whole lot more to offer than just craft stuff. You know, even though that's my love. But I'm into a whole lot of other things, and sometimes those other things can keep me away from my crafting. And I think that's another part of the reason why I've been away, because I'm on the whole other side of the globe with my dramas right now. And I mean, they had been working this girl. I'm sorry. I don't know if you all have heard of K-pop or have not heard of K-pop, but if you hear that word, run away, because right now they are ruining my life, basically. But enough of that. But like I said, I do want to take the channel into some different areas. I hope you all stay with me if you like this girl. But if not, I understand if it's not your thing. So I hope that some of my changes will not affect you all too much. But I feel like if you like this girl, you continue to support this girl. So, but right now it's just crafting. So enough of that. I'm going to get into some other things that I've been through while I've been away. Like I said, I missed my 2-year anniversary. Later on, I will probably do either a giveaway or something to celebrate that 2-year. But I have not yet thought about that. But I do want to celebrate my 2-year anniversary with you all. But yeah. So while I was gone, I got a message from one of my followers, and she wanted to send me a package. And I got this package, and literally this package was a huge package to me because it was a bunch of fabric and a couple of skeins of yarn she had in there. And I was very appreciative of this package because it's my very first, as you say, yarn mail or package from a subscriber. And it touched my heart dearly. Thank you so much, One Pink Zebra. You're awesome. Thank you. You're my road dog, basically. But I'm gonna show you what made me cry. But this is not it. This is not it yet. But like I said, there was a lot of fabric, and she threw in a couple of skeins of yarn. But I've seen this yarn. I've heard of this yarn. And I guess she gave it to me because she thought I was sweet. But look at it. What did that say? Sweet Georgia. I've always wanted some Sweet Georgia yarn. I thought that was neat. And when I made the name for Purple Georgia Knits, I didn't know anything about Sweet Georgia. So Purple Georgia, Sweet Georgia, just Georgia. So this is actually a sock yarn. It is cherry. And I have yet to think of anything that I want to do with this, but as of right now, this is going to go in my stash. I have my first skein of Sweet Georgia yarn, so maybe that area is about to expand because I do love yarn, sock yarn. That's my go-to fingering weight. And Sweet Georgia, I got my first skein of Sweet Georgia. Thank you. And she told me she wanted to do something special. And with her doing something special, she actually hand-dyed my very own one-of-a-kind skein of Purple Georgia, Purple Georgia Knits yarn. So this is her rendition of Purple Georgia Knits. And I wanted to knit some socks with it, but I didn't do anything with it until I showed you all. And I am so excited. She just don't know, when this came out the bag, I literally had tears in my eyes because it feels good to know that I have touched someone and I have my very own skein of Purple Georgia Knits yarn. So I will be caking this up and putting some socks on the needles here soon with my very own, and they'll be my first very own Purple Georgia Knits socks. So, season 4 giving. And I entered into the Get Your Yarn Wish Granted, but I was not able to grant a wish, but maybe in a way I have, but not the person. I don't know if I'm explaining it right, but you know, every year they do the Get Your Yarn Wish Granted. And I went in hoping that I can give somebody a wish granted, but I couldn't find anybody. But maybe in a way I am granting somebody's wish because somebody asked for something and I am giving. So I received some more sock yarn, and I've never heard of this yarn, but it is called the 716 Knit yarn Big Carp Tail, and the color is Tender. So there, and this is the color. I love this. I love this. Thank you, Knitmore. So it's J Knitmore. That's my Korean coming out. I'm sorry. J Knitmore. She granted my wish for sock yarn. So this is what I got from her. This came in the mail, and I was happy when it came because I wanted more sock yarn, and you can't have enough socks. So, yay. So back when I told you I had a mail package in the mail. Excuse the reflex. Sorry, I got to keep them. Remember I told you one of my subscribers sent me a big package with some materials. So I had a request to make a few bags, and I did, and I made some bags out of the material that she gave me, and I will be granting this wish here soon as I put it in the mail. But I made some bags, yes, and here's my first one. This is red. This is jean or denim on the bottom. And the inside is stripes, red stripes. So, all these bags have a home. Sorry. The second bag is really fall inspired. So, and it has the dots on the inside, coordinating with these dots, and it has pull and a handle, and there was a request for twin bags, so look at them bad boys, twinsies. This one doesn't have a strap, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so while making bags, I use interfacing, and I ran out of interfacing. So with this bag, there's the lining, the regular way. Oh, there's some goodies in there. Lining, the regular way. And it came with coordinating. Look, yeah, I did that. Sorry. No, not sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. But there's a quest for. But when I got to this bag, I ran out of interfacing, and I bought the wrong stuff. So I ended up buying the double-sided stuff that you iron. So I literally had to put the two pieces together and then you know, basically stitch it together in zigzag. So that's what I had to do. And by the time I did that, I totally forgot to put my strap and my pull tab. Where is it? I lost it. Okay, well, my strap and my pull tag right in front of me, and my pull tag, and it didn't get, but it's close enough. Twinsies, and that's, yeah. So guess what? I made one more bag, and in a way it's kind of twinsies, in a way it's not. Because guess what? Back when I made this bag, remember this bag? The drawstring? I had been using this in heavy rotation when I do my knitting projects. But, so I had some leftover material, and I made this one. Bam! So, basically 2 twin bags in a sense. One is drawstring, one is zippered. But it has the green interior. And I guess that's enough for me bragging for today. But I did all of that while I was away. And this girl is tired. But I'm glad you all spent time with me. Hopefully there's more content coming your way. And everyone stay safe on the holiday. If I don't happen to see you all or hear from you all before then, have a blessed Christmas and Happy New Year. There should be another video or a few videos coming before that, but if not, enjoy life, y'all. I love you guys. Don't forget to share, click, subscribe, help your girl out with the channel. I love you guys. Talk to you later. Bye.